this tension of looking.
In Girlhood, there's a musical moment where the main character is dancing in a hotel room to Rihanna's Diamonds, and in this movie, there's a musical moment where all the women at the party, yeah, I guess, start singing. Where did that moment come from? What is the song? Was it written for the film, or is it an old song? Or?
It's a weird version of Cotton Eye Joe, actually. We're gonna sing it eventually. No, yeah, it's a song that is composed for the film. As you noticed, there's no music in the film, and which felt kind of scary at the beginning, because a love story without a score.
Yeah, without the violin.
Yeah, but that's part of the pleasure. So the love story, we can always play the game. You know, like Titanic, My Heart Will Go On. Love story. But it was really a matter of reconstitution, because the film is also about the importance of art in our life, the relationship to art, and it's 18th century, and so finding a book is important. Listening to music, you have to go to church, which explains a lot the success of religion. Religion, of course, we know that God owes a lot to Bach, the composer. So it was putting you in the same position as equals, as them, so that when music occurs, it has to be really important. I'd also make the link between the Girlhood Rihanna moment and this bonfire scene, because it's actually I see now the Rihanna scene as a kind of a sketch for a portrait of a lady on fire, because it's kind of the same position. The Rihanna moment is one of the rare shot counter shots that I did, because the portrait is a lot about shot counter shot, but reverse shot. But there were very few in my previous films. And Girlhood, she's actually looking at her friends, and at some point she enters her own gaze to join the group. And I tried to think of those musical moments as in musicals, actually. That was the first film that as a young cinephile, I was fond of. It was really, my grandmother showed me all the musical Fred Astaire's, mostly. So that's my culture. And in a musical, when they start to sing, usually it's because something really important is happening. It's gonna be the first kiss. So I'm always trying to think of the musical moments in my film as climatic, dramatic moments for the character when kind of becoming something. So sorry, I'm talking, but okay, no, it's interesting. And so. In Portrait, as I knew that there would only be Vivaldi because I wanted a hit for classical music, because I wanted it to be really democratic. Some people told me, why didn't you pick Schlugleblu, the Black like, because I don't know, it should be, it should be really democratic moment. But also the pleasure of cinema is when you get to invent music. I think that's the thing that moves me the most as a director. It's not the thing that I craft myself. It's the thing that somebody does for you, and so the actors, they are giving you a lot of that. But music, it's like suddenly there's another author designing something.
Who did this piece of music?
It's Parawan, and we did the music for all my films, and with a more classical guy this time, named Arthur Simonini, and you can hear it on Spotify.
There's a hand. It's like maybe 7th row. Yeah.
Thank you for a beautiful film, and I have a question about the ending, because when did you know that you wanted to end this film this way? Because there's a discussion, I think, especially within LGBT films, that they often have an unhappy ending, someone should probably die, things like that, and in this film no one dies, but they don't end up together, but I still leave this film feeling happy, and I think that was an amazing achievement, but I just want to know, when did you know that you wanted to end the film in this way?
From the start. That's the first scene that I had in mind for this film. I built the film to do that scene. you know, and it was a difficult writing process on this film, I mean long, with a lot of questions, and at some point I give up, and it's that scene. I was like, I have to do that scene. This is like, there was the compass. I knew that was what I wanted to say, and that I had to do this shot, this scene. So, yeah, it's the first time actually that at the ending, and then I did all, I mean, it's not a lullaby, the film is not a lullaby too, but I had this very strong vision. And actually, yes, I think it's a positive ending. Lesbians have been really, really the poor lesbians in cinema. They die, or they get suicide, or they get killed. One of them, anyway, wasn't much into this, so she gets married, so she's safe. So we've been suffering a lot, and but it's to me this is a happy end, because you know, lesbian narrative, it's not about this, the happy end in cinema. In a love story, I'm never really happy when the two people like get married and there's this frozen image. It's just something that you live in the room. Doesn't tell you about love. Doesn't tell you much about love. The fact that their love has a future, because their love has a dynamic. Their love made them more brave, made them more alive, more open. To me, is the politics of love we want to talk about, and that's also a lesbian narrative, a lesbian imaginary. So that's why to me it's also a happy ending. But it's also an ending that talks about cinema. You know, it's not only the climax of the relationship between the characters, or the meaning of the relationship between the characters, because it's a long take, as you notice, and it's 3 minutes long. And in the process, at first, it's about this dynamic of a short reverse shot when somebody watches somebody that doesn't know. But within the first, I mean, after 30 seconds, you don't think about Maya looking at Eloise. You are actually looking at Adele Haenel, an actress, performing. You're in a theater seat, she's in a theater seat. The shot, reverse shot, is about you and her, and it's about cinema unveiling itself and leaving space for you, for your own stories, for your own love or lost love or future love. There's not. Oh, there comes the clip.
They've been like, you know, the guys are nervous.
This is like the Oscars that they didn't go to.
Actually, rub it.
No, but there's a poet named Mary Oliver. She's an American poetess, and she passed away in January. And she has this poem that sums the film, sums this idea, this scene. She says, "A broken heart is an open heart to the rest of the world." And that's it.
Beautiful.